Hi guys, Eric Pathy here at Pickdawgz.com for your overnight report. So first of all, let's talk about this system play, which is, and again, system play, not syndicate play. System play. What is the system? The system is when you have a short favorite that loses outright, and then they make them a favorite again, and you have everybody expecting that favorite to bounce back, fade the bounce back, right? So Clemson was laying 3.5 last week against Duke. They lose outright by 146-45. They make them a 2.5 point favorite this Saturday evening, hosting Florida State. You just take Florida State plus the 2.5. So in essence, again, the system is that you're actually betting against Clemson. You're really not making a wager on Florida State. It really wouldn't matter who Clemson was playing. That's why I keep driving in this whole system thing. Systems don't, there's no handicapping, right? As long as Clemson is the favorite, it would not matter who they're playing coming off a loss. With an absence of information, if you didn't head over to pickdawgz.com and purchase the Dime Club, if you didn't inquire about my 4,000, 20,000, or Big Al's All Access service, you would just automatically take it. Now, at the time of this recording, it's 10:30 Eastern Standard Time this evening on Friday. Let's talk about all those clients that took advantage of the trial offer 1 month for 2 months last week and the existing Dime Club clients. Where do they stand going into Saturday? On the football basketball Dime Club, we are 6-1 this week. A Dime player is up 49.50. In the NHL at the time of this recording, after going 2-0 so far, we have a game pending this Friday evening. We have played 13 games. We have won 6. We have lost 7. We are plus $950, down 1 game under 500. If you take 49.50 and add it to 950, you get 5,900 bucks. So that guy that purchased a dime last week for 2 months, betting a dime a game, is up 5,900 bucks. Now, this is not about bragging about the results. It's about to show that, I had a couple of individuals reach out. I had one send me a great text today, and I'm going to read the text to you. I had a great text from one of these individuals. You're watching, I'm sure. Thanking me for all the work that I've done and telling me that they had a very small bankroll of $1,500. And then my response was, do you have any investments in the stock market / crypto? And the answer was yes. And so what I was trying to explain over text message was nobody has a small bankroll. Now, I know that sounds very condescending. Who am I to say that? Yeah, I can say that. Nobody has a small bankroll. It is utter bullshit, to keep it real. Anyone that sends me a text and says, my bankroll is too small, I can't afford to pay you $33 a day, and go 6-1 in college and pro football and basketball, and 6-7 in hockey, and be up 5.9 or call it 6 units for the week, it's just not true, right? It's you making the decision. And let me elaborate when I say it's not true. If you tell me your bankroll is $1,500, that means there is no capital behind that $1,500. A lot of you make the mistake when I ask them what their bankroll is to tell me what your current account balance is in your betting account. That is not your bankroll. Your bankroll is if you lose that money in the betting account, are you able to add more money in the betting account? If you watch Tales from the Tickets, I was talking with Brett about micro deposits, where guys will literally deposit 30, 40, 50, 60, 100,000 in a year in micro deposits. Just think about it. If you have a credit card and you put 2 grand in a week and you win and you lose and then you lose and then you put another 2 grand in a week, before you look back at the end of 52 weeks, do I have to do the math? Do I have to? $104,000 you've deposited. So this is why I can be very I can turn off a lot of people with logic and math versus emotion. When somebody says, I only have a $1,500 bankroll, that is an emotional statement not based upon fact. Period. It's not true. It means you've decided to not treat sports betting in the same respect that you treat crypto or stock investing. You would never open up a stock account or a crypto account and deposit $1,500 in it and expect to have a shot making any real money. This individual was a pleasant conversation, and again, this is all within respect if they're watching. Said, I've been wagering for over a year. Well, if you're wagering for over a year and you tell me your bankroll is $1,500, either that means your bankroll was a hell of a lot more before, or you've been just putzing around. And what my last and final response to this individual was, and I'll read it to you. The biggest takeaway is your time is worth more than wasting a year wagering with no system. If it's simply entertainment and not about making a return and it's fun, just stay the course, but have realistic expectations. She said, your perspective has given me something to consider. Thank you. And then I said, if you go to my website, you can click my link tree at ericpathy.com and you can watch all my free videos. You know, this is the thing that a financial advisor, which would make sure that you are properly funded when it comes to your sports wagering. In this business, I get caught in this little pickle of there's no limitations. You can deposit $50, $100, $2,000, these ridiculous amounts of micro deposits, which actually keep you from making money. In your mind, it's let me try with a little. And I always tell people this is not botany. This is not, we're not growing plants. We're not sticking seeds in the ground and trying to watch them flourish. It takes money to make money. Would you start a business with $1,500? So when I say, what is your bankroll? What I'm actually saying is, what is your business capital for this venture? Now, if any of you in the comments can name me one business that's going to make you any type of substantial life-changing money with $1,500, let me know. I want to be in that business. And this is why there's a disconnect between investing and gambling. As I say to people all the time on the phone, if you're a stock trader, you have systems. If you're a sports trader, you have systems. If you are a gambler, you're just wagering from a place of emotion and you have no systems. Hopefully, this helps some of you this Saturday. Once again, we're going to fade the team who lost last week as a favorite, and then they make them a favorite again. We're going to take Florida State plus 2.5 as your system play. As always, good day and good luck.